I'm back here on site at the road project. Going to try to make it next 2 days, try to make it over to that trash pile and be able to move the first piece of trash. So right now you're kind of sitting at that tree. So I've got maybe 20, 30 feet to get to the first bend, and then another 60, 70 feet. But this first 30 feet is going to be harder. This is a lot steeper. It's going to take a lot more fill below. I got to work my way uphill from where I'm at. I really got to come towards you at where the camera's sitting versus that direction, which is where the trash pile is. I got to come back uphill. So the road will have to swoop around and it drops off significantly here. So it's going to need a lot of fill right here. But I'll set up on time lapse and let you watch the next little hour's worth of work. All right, well, made another maybe 15, 20 feet. There's that tree. I'm definitely going to be able to make it by here, but it's going to get tighter and narrower, but I'm okay with that. The road is looking really good. I'm more than halfway to the junk pile. My next big obstacle is probably this big tree laying here dead. I'll have to push that down the hill. I'm not going to cut that. It's just so old and nasty. I don't want to ruin chainsaw blades. Come through here. I'm going to try to turn around and kind of show you. I think once I get to like this area, I'll feel like I've made it. And so you can see kind of looking back, once I come around that tree right there, I don't have much further to go. And then I'll really be able to get some of these big boulders. The only disappointing thing so far is all the big boulders that I've seen up in those hills and tried to pull down, they've just broken. But they're a lot smaller than like that, or these guys here. They were good size, but they weren't anything near these. These are boulders here. So hopefully once I get over here, these aren't going to break. So, all right, I'm going to move the camera down to this way. And then, yeah, I gotta probably get these larger trees out of here. I might go get my chainsaw and move these out quick. Just cause they're kind of facing the wrong direction for me to grab them. Just cut them up real quick and throw them down the hill. So grab the chainsaw and then I'll put this back on time lapse and hopefully we can get this last 20 or 30 feet here done in the next hour. All right, getting back at it today. Still working on this road. So I kind of wanted to give you like an overview. So right now, the house is up here. We currently use, there's a little bit of a path there, but you can also see tracks here. We just pretty much, if I want to go to the bottom of this hill, I just go straight over the top. And that's fine in like a four-wheeler or, you know, anything else that's like a four-wheel drive vehicle. But when I try to take like equipment up and down this, it gets a little steep through here. And so I'd like to create, and you can see where the excavator's at. That's where I was digging the other yesterday. And I'd like to take a road and be a lot more shallower cut around this hill up towards that horse barn over there, and just have a lot slighter grade. So you can see my path. That's where I'm normally going, right through there. Instead of going through there, I want to go like on the bottom of this hill and work my way up the tree line. Come right underneath this tree, work my way around and right up and out. And that'll be a lot more gradual slope. So that when I drive heavy equipment, it's not going straight up and down, it's going around this thing. If I got to carry trailers and whatnot, it'll just be a lot easier. So I'm going to try to come right next to this tree and work my way around. I'm going to try to get to like right here today. I can only do this for about another hour or so, just because I got to try to get some firewood cut today as well, before I finish up. So I'll kind of show you, started working for about a half hour this morning. I'll show you where I'm at and where I've kind of got to go. So again, this goes around to that junk pile. And you can see it going back there. And I'm just going to work my way right across this hill. I've already made it 20 or 30 feet through here this morning. It goes really, really fast because I'm not really having to cut much. The ground is pretty loose. And so I already did all of this morning. So go back and look through here and you can see where this eventually goes back to that junk pile. And what will ultimately continue to go on all the way down to the bottom of the hill. And, you know, and this will be my new way of getting to the bottoms, because right now, my only paths to get down are pretty steep, four-wheeler only. It's very difficult. I've taken a Bobcat down there, but it's difficult. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. You know, this is maybe the width of the excavator, I don't know, 8-10 feet wide. So I'm not trying to make it super wide. And I'm just working my way over. So I'm going to set the camera up, try to get another 20-30 yards, and then I'll call it for today. All right, well, now I've spent way more time than I thought I was going to do on this today, but I got a lot done. So let me show you kind of where I'm at. So that up there is the horse barn and ultimately the road's up there. And so I will want to cut something along this tree line, not all the way up, but probably another to where that area is, and just make it flatter. I'll probably let grass grow on it. So it's not, I'm not going to keep gravel or nothing. But let me walk you this way and I'll show you what I've done. Starting about here, so you could see these massive boulders. I'm gonna have to navigate this. I tried breaking these. I've got a concrete breaker. Not effective at all. So these are not going anywhere. There's just no way I'm breaking them with the machines that I have. But I don't think I have to. I'll just go over the top of them. So coming this direction, I am gonna have to bring in some fill right here, because my goal is that you would be able to come down here and go straight towards that tree that's knocked down right there to enter this field. So I want this to be like a little bit of like an entry, like a corridor in here. That's a massive rock there, so I can't go that direction. But, you know, I'd like to see this as a little entry. This is pretty flat here, but I'm going to need some material. I just don't have enough material here. It's kind of a low spot, and I just didn't have material. So I'll have to bring some in, go find some, dig it up. But then once you go this way, it goes back up a little bit. But once you go this way, I really like it. So again, I used to come down the hill, and now I'm going to come across it like this. And you really won't be able to come down it anymore because I've got this mound here. So I'm just going to let that all grow in, the old road. Probably need to bring some soil on top of some of that too, just to let the grass grow better. But I'm just going to cut that like everything else. And that'll eventually just disappear. You know, this old road that used to go straight down the hill will disappear, and I'll enter from back there now. I think it'll be a lot better. So all this is cut in. And I'll walk you around this way back to the dump pile. You can see the whole thing. That's it. That's what I've got so far. So end this video here. Definitely a successful day or two worth of cutting. And now I'm to this pile of trash, and I believe I can get the dump truck back here. It's a little narrow in spots. I might have to open it up a few spots, but all in all, I'm very happy and can get this trash out of here. That's probably going to be one of my next adventures, is at least get the big stuff onto the dump truck and get it out. I did find out this isn't just, this whole heap is actually, I think, just years and years of trash. I don't think they ever had trash service. I think they just threw everything here, because I started digging into it and was finding bottles and jars and just everyday trash as well, like composted type stuff. And it's just, yeah, I think this is just a trash dump, which is fine. I'm not going to dig up all of it. I'm just going to remove the stuff that you can see on the surface. I don't really care that there's trash underground. That doesn't bother me. I just want the stuff off the surface. So I should be able to do that relatively quickly. I mean, I think I could get rid of the 3 or 4 refrigerators. That's probably important. File cabinets or kitchen cabinets or whatever these were. So I'm going to end it here. Guys, please, if you like this content, like, subscribe. Definitely trying to build a channel. So that helps me out if you do that. And then as always, my name's Doug. And remember, never stop moving. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.